Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome here to Tippecanoe Valley High School. And we're getting a little bonus coverage here. The JV game between the Lady Pilgrims and Lady Vikings is still got about a couple minutes left to go here. So we're going to give you a little bonus coverage as we're starting on TV and on the web here at 7:25. So I'm just going to leave the sound down and let you watch the final couple minutes of the JV game here, where the Lady Pilgrims lead 42-20 with 2:06 left here in the game. And then we'll come back when we get ready for our pregame. Should be a good game here this evening. It's the Tippecanoe Valley Lady Vikings, who come in with a 5-2 record on the season, going to be taking on the 6-1 Plymouth Lady Pilgrims. Ought to be a great varsity matchup here from Tippecanoe Valley High School, and we'll be back with pregame action here in a few minutes. But enjoy the last couple minutes of the JV game, and we'll be back in a few. All right, so your final score here for the Vikings JV, 42-20. Actually, they changed the number on me, so sorry about that. We got about 20 minutes here. They're going to start the clock for the warm-ups. We're going to come back here in about 10 minutes live here from Tippecanoe Valley High School with the pregame show here before the Tippecanoe Valley Vikings hosting the Plymouth Lady Pilgrims. So we'll be back here at about 7:40 for your pregame. And join us then here. This is going to be a great game tonight between the Vikings and the Pilgrims. right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tippecanoe Valley High School, where we have a good one on tap for you this evening. It's going to be the Lady Vikings. They're going to be taking on the Lady Pilgrims from Plymouth High School in a non-conference matchup here of two very good teams. Tippecanoe Valley 5-2 on the young season, and the Plymouth Lady Pilgrims come in at 6-1. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to RTC TV4. I am RTC TV4 Sports Director Steve Stricker, and I am joined by Tippecanoe Valley SVT Nate Roberts. He's going to be doing some double duty for us tonight. Hello, Nate.
Hello there, Steve.
He's going to be commentating a little bit with me, but he's also running the camera for us tonight. So we're going to have a great matchup here. The two teams come in, like I said, Valley 5-2. Both losses for Tippecanoe Valley have come at the hands of the Bremen Lady Lions, and the Plymouth Lady Pilgrims come in at 6-1. Head coach for the Lady Pilgrims, Dave Duncan. He is in his 7th season here with Plymouth. He's 87-58 in those 6+ years. Coach Chris Kindig in his 9th season now with the Lady Vikings, and of course 137 wins in 9 years with 57 losses. The series over the last 15 years, Plymouth leads the series 10-5. And the last meeting was last year on the 30th of November, and Tippecanoe Valley won that one 47-40. As far as common opponents for the two teams, only one team that both teams have played, and that's the Logan Sport Berries. Tippecanoe Valley beat them on the 13th of November 82-51. And a week later, Plymouth played them and won 59-45. So we're going to take a quick break as we got about 6 minutes to go here before the tip. And we'll come back with more pregame here from Tippecanoe Valley High School on RTC TV4.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, welcome back here to Tippecanoe Valley High School, where we're continuing with our pregame here before the game between the Lady Vikings and the Lady Pilgrims. So we'll talk a little bit about some of the key players here for both teams. Of course, the Lady Vikings led by Southeast Missouri State D1 recruit Sophie Buzzard. Sophie wears number 24. She's a senior for the Lady Vikings, and she leads them in a lot of categories. Scores 21.9 points per game on the season, 8.6 rebounds a game, 3.3 assists per game, and 3.0 steals per game. Shoots the ball with a 37% from behind the arc, 44% inside the arc, and 77% from behind the free throw line. So she's going to be called upon to do a lot here this evening. For the Lady Pilgrims, they're led by their senior, number 21, Haley Reichert. She scores 13 points a game. They also have Cassidy Halliday, another senior, who's averaging 4.9 rebounds per game. So those two are going to be, those three are going to be key players here to watch. It's going to be a little bit of contradiction in styles here. I think the Vikings are going to want to go up and down the floor a little bit more than the Pilgrims are, at least from what I've seen in the past from Plymouth. We got a lot going on RTC TV4 here tonight, of course, at Tippecanoe Valley. We've also got crew over at Rochester High School covering the duels between Rochester and Wabash in boys wrestling. And then starting up here in 15 or 20 minutes, our Winnemac crew is going to be covering the Winnemac Lady Warriors taking on the Rensselaer Central. I believe they're the Lady Bombers, if I'm not mistaken, in girls basketball action. Winnemac, another one of our schools that's one of our newer schools that we're covering here on RTC TV4, and doing very well this season, undefeated on the year in girls basketball. Coming up tomorrow, we got a full slate of action. Tippecanoe Valley is going to be hosting Knox here in boys basketball. Caston is going to be hosting Lewis Cass in boys basketball. Argus is going to be hosting Lakeland Christian Academy in boys basketball. And a big one on Channel 4, Winnemac versus Rochester over at Winnemac boys basketball. And then I will be down at North Miami helping those guys get going as they host Mechanical in boys basketball action. So 5 games on tap tomorrow night, all boys basketball action. And then on Saturday, we're going to have swimming from Warsaw, wrestling at Winnemac. Rochester is going to be taking on LaVille, and LaVille is very good in boys basketball. So that'll be a great matchup there in the evening. Argus hosting North Judson in the evening. And here at Tippecanoe Valley, the girls are going to be taking on the Lady Apaches from Wabash High School. So a lot of stuff still going on here this week on RTC TV4. We got about a minute here before we get our starting lineups. Let's take a quick break, come back with your national anthem, and get this thing started here from Tippecanoe Valley High School. We'll be back in just a moment.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
All right, here we go. We're getting set. We're going to get your national anthem, get your starting lineups, and get underway here at Tippecanoe Valley High School.
During this basketball season, we'd like to honor the memory of the 3 children who were lost in a tragic bus accident this past October. The basketball teams will be wearing black ribbons on their uniforms in their memory. We'd like to express our continued sympathies to all those affected by this tragic accident. At this time, would you please rise for a moment of silence and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem.
Alrighty, so we're getting set to go. We're going to get the starting lineups here. We'll start off with the visitors from Plymouth High School.
Everyone for our varsity contest, and introduce to you the participants. The head coach of the Pilgrims, Mr. Dave Duncan, assisted by Austin Black, Mark Hyde.
So the Lady Pilgrims coached by Dave Duncan, assistant coach Austin Black, assistant coach Mark Hayden, and Brandy Sullivan. The non-starters for the Lady Pilgrims: number 34, Elena Clady, a 6-foot junior. Number 24, Mary Kate Flynn, a 5'6" junior. Number 42, Sydney Weir, a 5'5" junior. Number 22, Lindsay Janis, a 5'7" sophomore. And number 25, Claire Sheedy, a 5'10" freshman. The starters for the Lady Pilgrims: a 5'9" senior forward, number 11, Cassidy Holliday. A 5'6" senior guard, number 12, Casey Peters. A 5'5" senior guard, number 21, Haley Reichert. 5'6" senior forward, number 32, Cece Robinson. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Lady Pilgrims, 5'7" junior guard, number 10, Claire Tanner. The lights are out. That means your Lady Vikings are getting set to go here. And that I can't see my score sheet.
The atmosphere is present.
So the non-starters for Coach Chris Kindig: number 20, Haley Backus, 5'11" sophomore. Number 22, Kennedy Brooks, a 5'3" senior. Number 30, Braden Bainey, a 5'1" freshman. Number 32, Mercedes Snap, a 5'8" freshman. Number 34, Ashley Butler, a 5'5" sophomore. Number 42, Brianna Sheets, a 5'9" freshman. And number 50, Karina Young, a 5'9" junior. Starters for the Lady Vikings: number 10, Sydney Wagner, a 5'4" sophomore. Number 12, Emma Craig, a 5'6" junior. Number 14, Julian Walls, a 5'4" junior. Number 40, Mackenzie Woodcox, a 6-foot junior. And number 24, a 5'9" senior, Sophie Buzzard. Ought to be a good one here, Nate.
I most certainly will agree with that statement there. One team has the overall advantage, and one team has the most recent success. Who will come out at top?
Yeah, the Lady Vikings coming off a tough one on Saturday here at the Tippecanoe Valley Tournament, lost to Bremen for the second time here in the season. And the tip is going to be Cassidy Halliday going up against Woodcox, and back the Lady. Well, quick turnover there for Plymouth. Buzzard's going to bring it across. Looks like a little see what the Lady Pilgrims are doing here. Defensively, can't quite tell. Looks like maybe some 2-3 going on. And,
almost a turnover there after some pressure on Woodcox.
Buzzard has it on the left wing, looking for a teammate. The shot just inside the arc, no good for Craig. Rebound goes to the Lady Pilgrims. Quickly up the floor to Reichert. Holliday has it up top, looking in the post. Robinson gets it to Holliday, and she's going to get called for the walk. So another turnover here for the Lady Pilgrims. Second already within the first minute.
Looks like Plymouth's going to do a little forecourt pressure on them.
And yeah, they're going to get the turnover. So full court press works here for the Lady Pilgrims.
Smart choice.
Robinson up top. Reichert's going to take the three, just short, and the rebound goes to Lady Vikings. Wagner's going to bring it across. It's over on the left wing to Sophie Buzzard. Tight defense there by Robinson on Buzzard. Nice pass into the paint. Shot off the mark for Craig. Gets her own rebound, puts it up, can't make it. Woodcocks. And it's going to be out of bounds off the Lady Vikings, so it'll be Plymouth's ball. Peter's going to inbounds. A little full court press coming up here for the Lady Vikings. And easily broke that time by Plymouth. And 10-foot jumper, no good. Rebound comes off to Emma Craig.
So far, 2 minutes have passed, but there's been no scoring this game.
Three-pointer on the way, short. That was Wagner off the mark on that attempt.
Really curious to see how long this game goes without any scoring.
Well, there's another shot attempt, and they're going to say that went off at Tippecanoe Valley. Looked like, I don't know. From my angle, Nate, looked like it went off of red foot, but they're going to call that to Plymouth, so they're going to take it out baseline left. Peter's going to inbounds for the Lady Pilgrims.
Even Buzzard herself kind of disagreed there.
Holiday with pressure from the Vikings. Robinson, little swing move, gets it back out to Holiday up top. Inside the free throw, no good for Holiday, and another turnover for the Lady Pilgrims. Third of the quarter. 5:30 left to go here in the first quarter. No score. Let's see what the full court press here does for the Lady Pilgrims. Woodcocks, she's pinned, gets through it. And the little runner in the lane, no good for Wagner. Rebound comes off to the Pilgrims. Quickly up ahead, Reichert, left wing, three-pointer, and that's good. For the senior, Haley Reichert gets the Lady Pilgrims on the board with a 3-0 lead.
3 minutes have passed, and there's only been 3 points scored total this game. This furthermost proves that these two teams are going at it defensively and pretty well at that.
Buzzard missed on the three-point attempt. Emma Craig got the rebound, missed the shot, but she's going to the line shooting two on the foul. They got Casey Peters on that one. That is her first, team's first. Emma Craig off on the first free throw. Second shot up and good. So the Lady Vikings on the board. We have a 3-1 score with 4:52 left here in the first. Vikings doing a little full court press here. And once again handled very well by the Lady Pilgrims. Reichert from the right wing this time, and she hits that. She's 2 for 2. She's got one on the left and one on the right. And Plymouth has a 6-1 lead. They're going to try some full court press again here off the made bucket by Reichert. And down in the corner, no good. Rebound fought for and come away with by number 10, Claire Tanner. Tanner pushes up ahead quickly, and Peters puts it in for 2. And just like that, the Plymouth Lady Pilgrims lead 8-1. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. Come back here in just a moment on RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, welcome back here. Lady Vikings off of the timeout, and another turnover by the pressure from the Lady Pilgrims. Right now, Plymouth having their way, and there's going to be a foul called on Wagner, her first, team's first. And the full court press by the Lady Pilgrims is causing havoc on the Lady Vikings, and on the other end, the full court press by the Lady Vikings. Plymouth handling very well. Reichert gets her shot tipped, And you're going to get a push in the back on Plymouth. They're going to get Holiday on that one, her first, team second.
It looks like Plymouth's mindset right now is just to attempt to steal the ball, and if that works, just score. So far, that's worked.
Working very well so far for the Lady Pilgrims. Nice cut to the paint, and the bucket is good for Emma Craig. She's going to go to the line with the old-fashioned three-point play attempt. Foul on Holiday, who just picked up one. Now she has two, so she's going to have to take a break. 2 fouls here early. So they take Peters out, and now Holiday comes out. Number 24 comes in for Peters. That's Mary Kate Flynn. And the 6-foot junior Elena Clady comes in as well. Free throw for Craig, no good. She's 1 of 3 from the line. 3:39 left here in the first period. 8-3 lead for the Plymouth Lady Pilgrims. Off the hot hand of Haley Reichert, has 2 threes. To go along with a 2-point bucket for Casey Peters. There's a steal for the Vikings.
Nice move by Craig there to get the pick. Especially when it's needed right now.
Wagner on the right wing. Good defense there by Plymouth. They get it over. Tight defense. Woodcocks, and she's going to get fouled. Let's see if they call that on the shot attempt. It would be in my book. She's heading to the free throw line. And they're going to call number 24. And they're not going to give her the shot attempt. I thought they might not. So it's going to be Lady Vikings. Wagner going to inbounds on the baseline right. Gets it in Buzzard on the left wing. 3-pointer on the way and good for Walls. Cuts the Plymouth lead to 2. A little full court press here by the Vikings. Handled well by the Pilgrims. Flynn up top. Has Wagner on her. And there's a steal by Craig. And she's going to miss the layup. Rebound, fought for and come away with to the Pilgrims. So Craig, nice steal right there, but couldn't convert on the other end. Had a chance to tie the thing up with the layup.
Yeah, Valley so far this season are actually not that bad when it comes to stealing and getting the fast break points. But if they're going to want to win this game, then they got to start converting.
Tanner's 3-pointer was short, and the Vikings lose the ball for their 3rd turnover. Tanner can't convert on the left-hand layup. Sophie Buzzard comes out with the rebound.
Some fast-paced basketball going on right now.
Buzzard's going to drive to the paint, puts it in, and one. Sophie Buzzard with the bucket. Nice drive there by the senior, tying things up at 8 with 1:29.
Plays like that gets her recruited by big schools.
Robinson with the foul. Buzzard with the and one attempt here. Puts it in, and the Vikings have come all the way back from an 8-2 deficit. Now lead 9-8. 7-0 run here by the Lady Vikings. Full court press once again, and the Woodcocks is going to get called for the reach on Reichert. That is going to be McKenzie's first foul. It'll be the team's second foul. That's pretty good. Robinson just inside the free throw line puts it in. CeCe Robinson gives the Lady Pilgrims back the 10-9 lead with 1:07 left. Well, so far, Nate, as advertised, great back and forth battle, and there's going to be a foul. That's going to be Elena Clady. She's going to get her first, and the fouls are stacking up here on the Lady Pilgrims. That's the 6th team foul.
Yeah, you don't want to get the bonus before the half even ends.
Well, we're still in the first quarter. They're going to be in it before the quarter ends the way they're going, and the free throw is short for Wagner. They're leaving some points on the floor right there, missing some free throws. Coach Kindig not going to be happy with that as the quarter winds to an end. And only 2 of 6 from the line so far for a team for the Lady Vikings. Lady Pilgrims with the ball and the 1-point lead. Inside 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Plymouth is playing conservatively, trying to wind the clock down, try not to allow Valley.
Reichert gets into the paint. She goes in for 2. She's got 8 points for the Lady Pilgrims. Back to a 3-point advantage. Travel, turnover. Wagner was kind of unsure what she wanted to do with that one, and it cost her. See what the Pilgrims can do. 12.6 seconds left and a 3-point lead. Reichert's going to take a 3, and she's good. Haley Reichert with the great first quarter. She's got 11 points, and the Lady Pilgrims lead 15-9. We're going to take a break, come back in just a moment here on RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyard's True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Start right. Start here. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, welcome back here to Tippecanoe Valley High School, getting set to go for the second quarter. After 1, it's Plymouth 15, your Lady Vikings 9, and the Lady Pilgrims paced by their senior guard, Haley Reichert, with 11 in the first quarter.
So far in the first quarter, I've noticed that there was just a lot of defense playing within both of these teams. So many steals, and at the same time, so many fouls, which that makes them really good basketball. Just like those 2 steals that have happened right as I was saying that statement.
Wagner puts that one in off of the turnover. And the only thing that the Lady Pilgrims did wrong in that first quarter was the 6 team fouls. Back across here, Wagner has it on the right wing for the Lady Vikings. Gets it up top, Emma Craig. Cross court, buzzard 3-pointer on the way, just off the mark. Rebound comes out to Peters for the Pilgrims. Almost a turnover there on the outlet pass.
In a game as close as this, the last thing you want is errors that don't go against your favor.
Good interior passing. They swing it back out. Tanner's going to drive the lane. Left-hander off the mark, gets her own rebound, puts it back up. No good. Rebound fought for, and good job that time by Emma Craig coming out with it. Buzzard comes out. Woodcocks, and there's a travel as Wagner shuffled her feet. Got some subs coming back in. Reichert and Holiday back in for the Lady Pilgrims. Good job of getting them some extended rest there after the quarter break. Tanner over to Reichert on the left wing, inside to Peters. Back up top, Tanner. Peters on the baseline, passes up the 15-footer, kicks it over on the right side. Shot is off the mark that time for Peters. Craig comes out with it. Good defense by Peters. Buzzard gets it up top to Walls. Woodcocks back over to Buzzard. Right wing three off the mark. She gets her own rebound and she's shoved by Peters. That's going to be Peters' second foul. And that's going to put the senior Sophie Buzzard at the line shooting 1-1 as the Lady Pilgrims are now in the bonus.
Yeah, all those fouls that were stacked up in the first quarter definitely went against them.
So Peters is going to take a break. Number 24, Mary-Kate Flynn's going to check back into the game. And Tanner is going to take a break. And number 42, Sydney Weir, 5'5" junior, is going to check in for the first time for the Lady Pilgrims. Free throw rolls in for Buzzard. So she's going to earn one more from the stripe. 2 of 2 from the line. Pulls the Lady Vikings to within 3. 5:08 left to go here in the first half. And that's good. Buzzard has 6. And the Lady Vikings back to within 2. Full court press, handled well again by the Lady Pilgrims. Trapped in the corner. And we got a timeout called by Coach Duncan as his player was in some trouble there in that trap. So we're going to take a quick break. Be back here in a moment on RTC TV4.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer simply free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
All right, it's going to be Lady Pilgrims ball on the far sideline after the timeout by Coach Duncan, as the trap by the Lady Vikings was very effective. Have 4:46 left to go here in the first half. Tippecanoe Valley back to within 2. Plymouth leads 15-13. Reichert might have got away with a travel. Like she shuffled her feet. Nice interior pass by Robinson, and the bucket is good for Holiday. First points of the game for the senior Cassidy Halliday. Puts the Pilgrims back up by 4. And that one is just inside the line for Emma Craig. She's got 4 points, 5 points, got a free throw there as well. Trap handled well by the Lady Pilgrims. Into Robinson on the elbow. She traveled. Changed pivot feet right there. So the turnover for the Lady Pilgrims. Haley Backus, number 20, a 5'11" sophomore, checks into the game for the Lady Vikings. Lady Vikings have a chance to take a tie the game or take the lead on a 3-point here with the 17-15 score. Buzzard's going to try and take that lead and doesn't get called out of bounds. And Backus gets the offensive rebound and put back. And we are tied at 17 with 3:24 left to go, first half.
This game is basically a coin toss so far. One team gets a good lead and the other team manages to come back within a couple minutes.
Ooh. They're going to get Backus on that foul, but she looked like she was straight up on that one. Yeah, it's as advertised so far, Nate. Back and forth, and this is the kind of game we expected between these two quality programs.
Before you know it, we're probably going to end up capturing a buzzer beater.
So the foul on Backus is her first. Holiday makes the first free throw. Peters, Tanner, and Clady back into the game here for the Lady Pilgrims. Holiday's second free throw on the way and good. Just like that, the Lady Pilgrims back up to 19-17, approaching 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Down in the corner to Buzzard. And she's tripped up, and they're going to say that that was incidental contact, and they push ahead, and Peters puts it in for two. Nate, I was talking to Sophie's brother here before the game, and he said she's a little bit under the weather here, and you can tell she's not quite 100% tonight.
Well, as long as she's continuing to play well, then that shouldn't really affect the team much.
Just a step off right now. She's taken a couple threes so far. Backus back out top to Craig. Buzzard from 15 puts that one in. Seven points now for the senior Sophie Buzzard. Tippecanoe Valley back to within two. And it's going to be travel on Holiday. Third turnover of the quarter, eighth of the half for the Lady Pilgrims. So back we go, Lady Vikings with a chance to tie or take the lead with 1:52 left in the first half. Walls tries to get it into Backus. Nice pass. Backus cannot hit the shot with two Pilgrims defenders on her. Rebound comes out to the Lady Pilgrims. Reichert with a nice pull up and one dribble. She's got 13. Got a timeout on the floor. Going to take a break, be back here in a moment. You're watching RTC TV4 and our coverage of the Tippecanoe Valley Lady Vikings.
There's been a lot of talk lately about net neutrality. At RTC, our customers receive the full and open internet and nothing less. We are not the gatekeeper, toll operator, or curator. A free and open internet has been the single biggest driver of innovation over the last generation, and we want that engine of innovation to live on in our customers. If you ever have a question about your internet service, give RTC a call. We are here for you.
Ever wonder why your local TV bill keeps going up? The bulk of these increases are due to rising network fees. A few powerful media companies dictate what TV providers must pay to offer their channels to you. And every time networks demand more money, that affects what you pay every month. If TV providers don't meet their demands, networks threaten blackouts. Since 1999, these network fees have increased by 3.5 times the rate of inflation. To see what we're doing to keep network fees in check, visit tvonmyside.com.
All right, welcome back. Lady Vikings inbound off of the timeout. Minute 19 left here in the first half. Plymouth leads 23-19. Been a back and forth battle here. The Pilgrims have held the lead or tied the entire game. Shot off the mark that time by Wagner. Rebound goes to the Lady Pilgrims. Got a chance to increase their 4-point advantages. We're under a minute left to go here in the first half. And it's going to be a kick on Backus. So it'll be the Lady Pilgrims ball on the baseline left. 43.7 seconds to go. Got a sub coming in. That's going to be Robinson. Checking back in for Holiday for the Lady Pilgrims. Up top, Tanner has it. And a momentary lapse in attention there by Walls. Robinson drives to the basket. And Walls will pick up the foul, her first, team's fourth. Robinson gets it in to the paint. And it's going to be a foul on Emma Craig. That's going to be her first, and that's going to send Cece Robinson to the line, shooting 2. 5 team fouls now on the Lady Vikings. The senior Cece Robinson misses on the first. Flynn's going to check back in for Casey Peters. Second free throw here for Robinson, up and good. First, third point of the game for Robinson, and that's a 5-point advantage as we near 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Nice reverse pivot, and the bucket good for Craig. She's got 7 for the Lady Vikings, cuts the lead to 3. I like the press by the Vikings, but Plymouth has handled it very well so far here in the first half. Tanner kicks it out. Robinson at the buzzer, no good. We're going to go to half with the Lady Pilgrims leading 24-21. We'll take a quick break, come back with your halftime stats here in just a moment. Thanks for tuning in to our coverage of Lady Vikings basketball here on RTC TV4.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production. This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank, online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, welcome back here to Tippecanoe Valley High School. We're at the half. The Lady Pilgrims from Plymouth High School lead 24-21. It's been a kind of back and forth battle here between Plymouth and Tippecanoe Valley, kind of as expected. Plymouth has never relinquished the lead to the Lady Vikings. Tippecanoe Valley has tied it a couple times, but every time the Lady Pilgrims have been able to come back and pick up a lead. I think the largest lead of the half was early at a 9-point lead for the Lady Pilgrims. The Vikings kind of got things rolling. For the Lady Pilgrims, Haley Reichert was smoking hot on fire in the first quarter with 11 points. She leads all scorers at the half with 13, but 11 of those 13 coming in the first quarter, including 3 of 3 from the three-point line. Holiday and Peters have 4 apiece for the Lady Pilgrims, and CeCe Robinson has 3, rounding out the scoring. 8 first-half turnovers for the Lady Pilgrims. Not terrible, but not great. A lot of those turnovers were actually unforced of the in the nature as far as the full court pressure from the Lady Vikings on the made shots. Kind of, semi-effective for the Lady Vikings. Tippecanoe Valley, on the other hand, 2 girls with 7 apiece, Emma Craig and Sophie Buzzard, leading the Lady Vikings with 7 each. Sydney Wagner has 4, Jillian Walls with 3, and Haley Backus has 2. 6 first-half turnovers for the Lady Vikings, not terrible. 4 of those 6 actually came in the first quarter. So cleaned it up a little bit as the first half rolled on. And we are 3-point difference here as we're at the half between Plymouth and the Lady Vikings. And like I said, Sophie Buzzard not 100% tonight, feeling a little bit under the weather, and you can see she's just a tad off, has not been able to put any threes down as of yet. But we'll see what the Lady Vikings can do coming back here in the second half. We kind of expected a great game, and so far we've had that. Elsewhere on RTC TV4 action here tonight, Rochester versus Wabash in wrestling action going on over at Rochester High School. And at Winnemac, girls basketball action, the Winnemac Lady Warriors hosting the Rensselaer Central Lady Bombers. Tomorrow in action, we got 5 boys basketball games coming your way here on RTC TV4. Here at Tippecanoe Valley, Dakota Hayden is going to be with Nate Roberts and Mitchell Smith as the Vikings are going to be hosting the Redskins from Knox High School. Down at Caston, we're going to have the Caston Comets hosting the Lewis Cass Kings. The Argus crew will be on hand up at Argus, taking with the Argus Dragons taking on the Lakeland Christian Academy Cougars. Over at Winnemac should be a great one over there as the Winnemac Warriors host the Rochester Zebras. And then down at North Miami, we're going to have the Warriors as they take on county rival, the Mechanical Braves. So boys basketball action on tap, big time for you tomorrow night. Saturday, we've got a mix of a little bit of everything. We've got some swimming going on at Warsaw with the Rochester Swimming Co-ed Swimming. Winnemac is going to be hosting a Super 8 in wrestling. That one will probably not be on live. We'll put that on as a post-production. Rochester versus LaVille in boys basketball. That ought to be a great matchup. LaVille comes in I think they're ranked in the top 5 in Class 2A. So very, very good matchup there. Argus be back in action, boys basketball, as they host the North Judson San Pierre Blue Jays. And back over here, Tippecanoe Valley is going to be hosting Wabash. And girls basketball, that one will probably be post-produced as well. One of the things that we're looking for over here at Tippecanoe Valley, and if you're interested in sports, if you like basketball particularly, we are still looking for a producer. And you don't have to be Spielberg or, Tarantino or anything like that. You just have to have a love for sports. We're looking for an adult in the Tippecanoe Valley area that would love to come in, set up the equipment, set up the gear, run the computer. We'll teach you how to do it. We'll pay you a little bit for your efforts. And, help us get the Valley Vikings on the air live on a regular basis. We've been trying to work into that as much as we can. I've came over and done some, I did a volleyball game, couple football games. This is my first basketball game over here this season, but we're doing the best we can to get things out for you live on RTC TV4 here for the Vikings. But if you know somebody or if you're interested, give a call to the RTC offices and ask for me, Steve Stricker, and we can definitely train you up and teach you how to do what we need. And you get paid a little bit. You get to watch some great basketball action, and you get into the game for free as well. So if you know somebody, please get in contact with us. We got about a minute left to go here before second half kicks off with the Pilgrims leading 24-21 at the half. We'll take a quick break, come back with second half action here in a moment on RTC TV4.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
All right, welcome back here. We're getting set to start the second half of action where the Pilgrims lead 24-21, and they're going to have the ball on the near sideline to start the second half. Steve Stricker here with Nate Roberts this evening. And Nate, it's been as it's advertised here tonight between the two teams. Very, very closely contested.
Very much so. This game has not been one-sided at all. And the closest thing to that has to be within the first 3-4 minutes of the game.
Yeah, Plymouth did come out and start off with a pretty good lead. Looks like they've got Buzzard face guarding Reichert here as we start the second half. A little adjustment there by Coach Kindig as she went off for 13. And she's working very hard here. And it's going to be a reach-in foul. And let's see, are they going to get Woodcocks or are they going to get Buzzard from the back? I bet they get Sophie coming around, reaching in from the back. And they do. So that will be her first foul. The only downfall on that one, Nate, is as they have Buzzard playing tight defense on Reichert, is she's going to wear herself out on the other end of the floor. We'll see how that plays out. She's doing a good job shutting down Reichert so far. Tanner inside, nice job there. That was Woodcocks getting the deflection. Let's see what the call is. They're going to call Emma Craig on the foul. So quickly into the second half, we've got 2 fouls on the Vikings. Better make that 3. Wow. And it's going to be on Walls. It'll be her second. So 3 quick fouls, not even a minute into the second half. Number 11, Holiday, going to be at the line shooting 2 here for the Pilgrims.
If Valley wants to retain their current win streak on the Pilgrims, then they got to play pretty cautiously, like go in defensively, but also be very, very careful not to get those fouls because they could easily turn into points.
And 1 of 2 from the line for Holiday. Increases the Plymouth lead to 4. Here on the near side, Sophie Buzzard. Pulls up from 15 and puts that one in. Sophie starts getting going here in the second half, and Tippecanoe Valley is going to be in really good shape. She had kind of a quiet first half with only 7. Tanner's going to take the 3. Off the mark, rebound to Buzzard. She's got one running. Nice pass up ahead and a great job of letting the defender run by. And that was Wagner on that one. So good outlet by Buzzard and a nice job on the finish for Wagner.
That was a really nice fake by Wagner right there.
And just like that, we are tied at 25. Vikings have a chance to do something they haven't been able to do all night, Nate, and that is take the lead as we're tied with 25-25 off of the Plymouth turnover. And unforced error as that one goes off of Craig's hands. Not the best pass.
And that is not something that you want to do, especially if you want to build yourself the lead. That's actually kind of hard for the opponent to overcome.
Back up top, 3-pointer on the way and good for number 10, Claire Tanner. Her first points of the night, and that was a big one. Puts the Pilgrims back up by 3. So just like that, once again, Tippecanoe Valley ties it up. Tanner hits the 3, and a nice little slide move and finish there by Craig.
She wasn't even looking at the direction of the basket when she shot up that one.
Sometimes you just have to know where it is. Oh, what a pass, and they find Robinson inside. Robinson has 4. 3-point lead once again here for the Pilgrims. Back and forth we go. Walls gets double teamed. Robinson just takes it away from her. And what a step in that time, and the finish by Emma Craig. Pair of turnovers. Craig puts one in. Pulls the Vikings back to within 1.
As I've said earlier this broadcast, and I'll say it again, one thing Valley is really well at this season are the steals. And as I've said again, if they're going to steal, they got to make sure that they get those fast break points in, and that's definitely what they've been doing.
And one more for Tanner. Claire Tanner coming out, hitting 2 for 2. Gives the Pilgrims a 4-point lead. Seems like every time Tippecanoe Valley comes close or ties the game, Plymouth is able to get a 3 or 4 point run. Pull back up. Now they're back up by 4.
It's like there's always an obstacle in front of them that just progressively gets bigger and bigger as they come close to overcoming it.
Backus is going to check back in for Woodcocks. Well, you can tell Coach Kindig really wanted to shut down Reichert here in the second half, and he's put Sophie Buzzard on her full time. But a couple other Plymouth Pilgrims have really stepped up, including Claire Tanner, the 5'7" junior, hitting 2 3-pointers. Coach Duncan has got to be happy with the, quote, role players really stepping in and filling their roles.
I'm actually kind of surprised that wasn't a shooting foul.
Little screen and roll. Well defended by the Pilgrims. And that one's poked away. Tanner with a good defensive effort, and they're going to get Emma Craig on the foul. That'll be her third.
Yeah, something that always got to me are those passes that are at least half a court away, especially when there's defenders right there that have a pretty high possibility of snatching those passes away.
Reichert off the mark on that one. One of the few misses here tonight for the senior. And almost a carry that time by Walls. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound goes to the Pilgrims. Quickly up ahead, Reichert. Nice pass on the dribble penetration and the easy bucket for Clady. Good job that time by Claire Tanner. And just like that, the Lady Pilgrims with a 6-point advantage with 2:50 left to go here in the third. Got a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here in a moment on RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyard's True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Start right. Start here. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, welcome back here to Tippecanoe Valley High School. Steve Stricker here with Nate Roberts. And with 2:50 left to go here in the third quarter, Plymouth has opened up a 6-point lead, extending their 3-point halftime advantage. It's going to be Lady Vikings ball as we get going here. Under 2:45 to go in the third quarter. See if Buzzard can get going. She misses on that one. Rebound to Claire Tanner. Claire Tanner has had a very good game here tonight for the Lady Pilgrims. Not only on her scoring, but we saw that last dribble drive on that play, and that pass to Clady was a beautiful play.
Yeah, her and Riker are pretty deadly together, considering that they're actually able to make more than one shot from way deep.
Clady able to put that one in and extends the lead to 8, tying the largest lead of the game here for the Lady Pilgrims. Critical point in time here with under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter for the Lady Vikings. Not the result that they were looking for with the turnover.
A simple error could go very wrong.
Travel is going to be called on Holiday. Looked like a clean shot fake. Didn't really see her shuffle her feet, but they called the travel.
I was thinking that was a clean fake too, but usually when it comes to pumps, I don't really look at the feet. I just usually notice their motion and try to see if the defender manages to touch their arm.
So Coach Duncan's going to give Haley Reichert a little break. Sends in Weir for the last minute and a half of the third quarter. Woodcocks. And that's going to be tipped out. It's going to stay Lady Vikings ball. They're going to take it in on the far sideline. Buzzard with Weir on her, gets around her, pulls up from the baseline, shots off, and rebound pulled down by number 42, Weir. Right now, all the loose balls going to the girls in red. Baseline pass picked off by Buzzard. She's got numbers. Nice pass up ahead. Left-hand layup good for Jillian Walls.
Hopefully a play like that can be a huge momentum booster for these Lady Vikings, who currently definitely need it right now.
Travel is going to be called. Another turnover. So with their leading scorer, Haley Reichert, on the bench, finishing out the third quarter, trying to get a little rest. Good time here. The Lady Vikings able to get a couple turnovers. Have the lead down to 6. Let's see if they can cut into that even more. Oh, a good defensive effort at that time by Holiday, getting around the post up. Tanner. Oh my goodness, the three-point prayer is answered for Sydney Weir, and it's just that kind of night. After 3, the Lady Pilgrims with their largest lead of the night on that three-pointer at the buzzer, 40-31. We're going to take a quick break, come back with fourth quarter action here from Tippecanoe Valley High School in just a moment.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer simply free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
All right, welcome back here to Tippecanoe Valley High School, where the Lady Vikings, looking at their largest deficit of the evening, trailing 40-31 off of the three-pointer at the buzzer by Sydney Weir, her first bucket of the game, and it came at a very good time for the Lady Pilgrims.
I was honestly not expecting that miracle to come in, but right as it did, that buzzer sounded, and the whole bench of Plymouth just went mad.
Well, it looked like things were turning around for the Lady Vikings, and just like that, they get a quick turnover to start the fourth. They had it down to a 6-point lead. They had the ball off of a second consecutive turnover by the Lady Pilgrims. Chance to cut into it, and lost it. Missed the shot, came down, and the three-pointer at the buzzer. Now Lady Vikings with their largest deficit of the night. And Coach Duncan leaving Haley Reichert on the bench as we start the fourth quarter, giving her a little extended rest, a luxury that Coach Kindig has not had with his top player, Sophie Buzzard. She has not gone out all night. Little four-corner action and a nice backdoor rotation blocked by Buzzard. So great defensive play there by the senior, Sophie Buzzard. Wagner gets it up top. Buzzard has it. Back over to Wagner. In the corner, right side, three-pointer, no good for Walls. And there's going to be a foul. That's going to be on Emma Craig. That'll be her fourth. And even more important, that's the fifth team foul on the Lady Vikings with 6:28 to go in the game. Craig's going to have to take a seat on the bench with 4 fouls. Oh, and a nice post-up move. Can't put it in, but the rebound, Casey Peters puts that one in. She's got 6. And Plymouth with an 11-point lead with 6:13 to go. Nice pass inside. And the bucket is good for Backus, and she's going to get the and one opportunity.
Yeah, they definitely need all the points that they can get.
Puts that free throw in. They get Reichert on the foul, her first. So Backus with 5 gets the lead back under 10. Approaching the 6-minute mark here in the ball game. Corner 3, no good for Reichert. Rebound, and Tippy Valley can't get the rebound. Another chance here for the Pilgrims. Robinson, no good. Sophie Buzzard comes away with it, and she's going to get fouled on the floor. And Reichert picks up her second quickly.
Yeah, something's got to click within these next 5 minutes.
Check that. They're going to say that was on Peters. They said 12, not 21. I was looking at it from the wrong side. Buzzard, and she gets called for the charge. Lowered her shoulder, and a great job that time by Casey Peters. And an easy call on that one.
Yeah, honestly looked like she was doing that in frustration a little bit. But yeah, that one was obvious.
Under 5.5 to go with the 8-point Plymouth lead. They have the ball. Reichert with the 3, off the mark, rebound. And once again, Woodcock's not able to corral that long rebound off of the Reichert miss. And the Pilgrims come away with it, and there's going to be a foul called. It's going to be on Woodcock's, and that'll be her second. And that's the 7th team foul, so that's going to put number 11, Cassidy Holliday, at the line for the 1-and-1. And as all night long, she's good on that. 1, 2, 3, 4 of 4 from the line for the 5'9" senior forward. Puts that one in as well. 5 of 5 for Holliday. She's got 7 points. Leads back up to 10 for the Pilgrims. Coach Kindig wants a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second variety. We're going to take a quick break, come back here in just a moment on RTC TV4.
There's been a lot of talk lately about net neutrality. At RTC, our customers receive the full and open internet and nothing less. We are not the gatekeeper, toll operator, or curator. A free and open internet has been the single biggest driver of innovation over the last generation, and we want that engine of innovation to live on in our customers. If you ever have a question about your internet service, give RTC a call. We are here for you.
All right, welcome back. 5:06 left to go in the ball game. Plymouth with a 44-34 advantage. Lady Vikings with the ball on the far sideline. Steve Stricker with Nate Roberts on RTC TV4 here this evening from Tippecanoe Valley High School. Wagner up top, gets it over. Buzzard's going to try and get the baseline. Does. Gets around. Misses the shot, though. Defensive effort gets the ball back. And a couple players on the ground.
These last couple of minutes have been sort of physical, not in the fighting way, but in the terms of any sort of movement in normal basketball.
Sophie Buzzard short on the long three-pointer attempt. Struggling from behind the arc here this evening. Reichert on the far wing. Gets it into Peters. Nice pass in. Good power, strong move that time by Holliday. and puts it in for 2. She's got 9 for the Pilgrims. Lead is back up to 12. Actually, that is the largest lead of the game. Cross-court pass. Free throw shot, no good. Rebound, out of bounds, going to be Plymouth's ball.
I believe Valley is trying to pull the little offense that whenever they're open, just shoot it. Even if there's only a player like 2 feet away from you, just shoot it and try to hope for a miracle.
Yeah, right now it's the Pilgrims' night. Everything they're doing is working. The full court press, and there's a turnover.
That's one category this game that
Sophie Buzzard is going to get the foul called. She's going to go to the line shooting 2. It's going to be the 3rd on Robinson. Sophie Buzzard at the line shooting 2 with 3:22 left to go. Puts the first one in. 4 of 4 from the free throw line for Buzzard tonight. Emma Craig going to check back in with 4 fouls for the Lady Vikings. Second free throw off the back iron. Rebound. Craig can't come away with it, and Peters does.
something tells me that Plymouth is going to play a lot more conservatively within these last couple minutes, because you don't want to lose out on an 11-point lead.
Well, there is a turnover. Robinson drug her pivot foot. Gets called for the travel. The only thing that Plymouth has done a little bit off tonight is turn the ball over a little bit more probably than Coach Duncan would like. Other than that, pretty much everything has gone right for the Pilgrims. Wagner looking for Buzzard. It's going to be a foul on Haley Reichert. That's going to send Buzzard to the line shooting 1-and-1. It's going to be Haley's third foul. And short on that one. You can tell the legs are just not there for Sophie tonight.
Yeah, and this is usually the part of the game where everybody's stamina starts to get down.
Nice job right there. Wagner picks the pocket of Peters, and she's going to get 2 from the line. Peters is going to pick up her 4th foul. It's going to be the 8th team foul. Wagner 0 of 2 from the line so far this evening. Puts that one in. Cuts the lead to 10 with 2:20 left. Second free throw, good for Wagner. 2 of 2 from the line, 2 of 4 for the night. Cuts the lead down to 9. Still a lot of time left here if the Lady Vikings can mount a little bit of a comeback here.
Yeah, any shot opportunities that they're given within these next couple minutes, they have to make.
A little extra elbow. There's a steal by Buzzard. She's going to go in for the uncontested layup, puts it in. And just like that, the lead cut down to 7 after it had ballooned to 12, and Coach Duncan wants a timeout. Minute 51 left to go. Pilgrims 46, the Vikings 39. We'll take a quick break, come back with more action here from Tippecanoe Valley High School in just a moment.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Hey, welcome back here to Tippecanoe Valley High School. Steve Stricker with Nate Roberts. We've got 1:51 left to go here, and the Lady Vikings trying to mount a bit of a comeback. Plymouth had ballooned the lead up to 12, and off of a couple of steals and some points. Two for two for Wagner, and we just saw Buzzard steal it and put it in for the layup, and now it's down to a 7-point Plymouth lead. They're going to take it in baseline left here, full court press for the Lady Vikings. Both of these teams are dominated by older players, a lot of seniors, a lot of juniors, so they've been through the battles. Almost a steal there by Wagner. And there is a steal for Buzzard. She's got a 2-on-1. And she's going to take it strong to the basket and earn herself a trip to the free throw line. That's going to be a foul on Weir, her first, team's 9th. Sophie Buzzard back at the line. She's missed her last 2. These are big free throws here for the senior. Got to find her legs now. Puts that one in. Cuts the lead back down to 6. It's been a while since we've seen that. It was a 12-point lead just a couple minutes ago. Lady Vikings mounting a furious comeback. 2 of 2 of the line for Buzzard. 5-point advantage now for the Lady Pilgrims, and here's the pressure. Triple teamed right there. And Tanner's going to get fouled. She's going to go to the line shooting 1-and-1. And that's going to be Craig, and that's going to be her 5th. She's out. Emma Craig's going to foul out with 1:20 left to go.
Yeah, that is not good when one of your key offense players ends up fouling out in clutch time. That makes it even harder to even come back.
So they're going to go big. They're going to put Woodcocks in, and that foul is going to put Claire Tanner at the line, shooting 1-and-1 here for the Pilgrims. And her first attempt is good. Ice water intervenes, puts it in. First free throw attempt of the night for Tanner. She's got 7 now for the Lady Pilgrims. 6-point lead with 1:20 to go. Second one is good as well. 8 for Tanner, 7-point lead now for the Lady Pilgrims. Got to find something quickly here. Little hook on that, no call. Shot off the mark, battled for the rebound. It's going to be out of bounds off of Wagner's foot. Sophie Buzzard got away with a hook on that baseline move right there. Didn't call it with her left arm.
Almost looked like she was about to be out of bounds.
And what do we got here? It's going to be a foul called.
And the clock is still ticking.
Well, that just killed, what, 25 seconds?
I don't think it was that long.
Well, it was probably 10 at least. So Mackenzie Woodcocks is going to pick up the foul. They're going to reset the clock to 1:01. Third foul on Woodcocks. And the senior Cece Robinson at the line. 1 of 2 from the line, shooting 1-and-1. And gets the roll off the front iron. Just like that, the lead back up to 8 for the Lady Pilgrims. Every time the Lady Vikings mount off on the second.
What Valley needs right now is a Reggie Miller to just score 8 points in 9 seconds.
Well, there's Sophie Buzzard off the mark, rebound to Woodcocks. And that's going to be a travel on Wagner.
I saw that travel that time.
You caught that one up here. That's obviously a travel.
Now, of course, with some of these calls, of course, the fans are going to disagree, but it's all based on the angle that you see the foul from. And
it's going to be a foul on Backus, her second. That's going to put the senior Haley Reichert at the line. Been pretty quiet here in the second half. Coach Kindig kind of changed up the defensive assignments there at the half. And they've really done a good job on Reichert, but she puts that one in. That is actually her first points of the second half. But those are two big ones there for the senior Reichert. Puts it back up to 10. We're approaching 30 seconds to go. No shot. They're going to call it on the floor. Still going to put Buzzard at the line shooting 2. 10 team fouls now on the Lady Pilgrims. It's going to be on Sydney Weir.
10 fouls for everyone.
Buzzard shooting 2 from the line. Good on the first. 7 of 9 here from the line. Second is good as well. 8 of 10 for Buzzard from the free throw line. With 33.1 seconds left, Valley back to trailing by 8. We're going to take a quick break. Come back here in just a second on RTC TV 4.
Ever wonder why your local TV bill keeps going up? The bulk of these increases are due to rising network fees. A few powerful media companies dictate what TV providers must pay to offer their channels to you. And every time networks demand more money, that affects what you pay every month. If TV providers don't meet their demands, networks threaten blackouts. Since 1999, these network fees have increased by 3.5 times the rate of inflation. To see what we're doing to keep network fees in check, visit tvonmyside.com.
All right, 33.1 seconds left. Plymouth with a 51-43 advantage. It's going to be their ball baseline left. Got to go the length of the floor here. Steve Stricker with Nate Roberts here on RTC TV4's coverage of Tippecanoe Valley Lady Vikings tonight. And Plymouth has just been too much for the Lady Vikings to handle. I'd have to double check the stats, but I think that the closest that Valley ever did tonight, they were able to tie it about 3 times. But I don't think they ever actually took the lead. Nate doesn't agree with me, but I'll give you $1 to go back and look at it. Second free throw is good for Weir. She's got 4 points. She had that big 3-pointer that ended the third quarter. Lead back up to 9. Buzzard from 15 off the mark. Rebound. And it's tipped out of bounds. And a good rebound there by Woodcocks. Unable to put that one in.
It looked like she thought there was a player there and was attempting to pass it to them.
Yeah, it got deflected. That's why it kind of came off funny. Last 10 seconds of the game. And the shooting, Buzzard, she's going to give one last foul on Holiday with 7.9 seconds. It's going to be the third team foul, or the third personal foul on Sophie. In the double bonus now on the other end, Holiday puts the first one in. She's been money. Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of 8 from the line. Wow.
Talk about a game. This performance has just been spectacular to watch.
Final score, Plymouth 54, Tippecanoe Valley 43. Going to total up the stats. We'll come back here with the post-game show in just a moment. You're watching RTC TV4.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer simply free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production. This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, welcome back here to Tippecanoe Valley High School, where the Plymouth Lady Pilgrims come into Valley and win 54-43. Plymouth goes 7-1 on the young season, and Tippecanoe Valley is going to fall to 5-3 on the loss. First time they've lost to anybody that's not called Bremen Lions in the season. Appreciate everybody for tuning into our broadcast here on RTC TV4. Let's go through some quick stats here, and we're going to wrap things up. For the Plymouth Pilgrims, Haley Reichert with 15 on the night. She had 13 at the half. And Coach Kindig really put the defense on her in the second half. He put Sophie Buzzard on her, kind of face guarding her a little bit, not leaving off on any help. And limited her to 2 points, but a lot of the other girls stepped up big. Cassidy Holliday with 12. She had 8 in the second half. Casey Peters had 6. Cece Robinson had 3. Claire Tanner with 8 all second half points, and Sydney Weir with 4 all second half points for the Lady Pilgrims. So a lot of quote role players stepping into the role in the second half for the Lady Pilgrims as the Lady Vikings really ratcheted things down on the leading scorer, Haley Reichert. 16 turnovers on the game for the Lady Pilgrims. Not a bad effort whatsoever. 8 each quarter or 8 each half. For the Lady Vikings, Sophie Buzzard led all scorers with 16. She had 7 in the first half, 9 in the second. 0 for 6 on three-pointers, though, for the evening. Did very well from the free throw line. Only missed 2 out of 10 attempts. Emma Craig with 11. Sydney Wagner had 6. Jillian Walls had 5, and Haley Backus had 5. Only 11 turnovers, for Tippecanoe Valley. Not, it just, Nate, it just seemed like every time Valley would make a run, Plymouth had an answer. A couple times they were able to get it back and tie things up, but it just seemed like, and they extended it to 12 there midway through the third, and just able to pull away and come out with the 11-point win.
Yeah, this game, people usually say that points, rebounds, and assists are the key factors of this game. While that may be true, the determining factor of this specific game are from the negative side of the stat line, which is turnovers and fouls. And we've saw a lot of both so far this game. We've even seen the foul count for both teams reach the double digits, which I'm pretty sure that's a rarity in basketball overall.
Yeah, they went into the bonus early in the second half and really made some hay from the free throw line, and just a little bit short here for the Vikings tonight, unfortunately. So they're going to fall to 5-3 on the season. And congratulations to the Lady Pilgrims, 7-1 on the year, looking very good. Again, tomorrow on RTC TV4, we've got 5 boys basketball games. Tippecanoe Valley here versus Knox, Caston at home versus Lewis Cass, Argus at home versus Lakeland Christian, Winnemac at home versus Rochester, and North Miami is at home versus McConaughey. Saturday, we've got swimming at Warsaw. We've got wrestling at Winnemac. We've got boys basketball. Rochester is at home versus LaVille. Argus is at home versus North Judson. And here in girls basketball, Tippecanoe Valley is going to be at home versus Wabash. So a lot of good stuff going on here on RTC TV4 for the remainder of the week. We're going to wrap it up here at Tippecanoe Valley High School. For Nate Roberts, I'm Steve Stricker. Thanks for tuning in to our coverage here on RTC TV4. And we'll see you back here again tomorrow night, where the boys are going to be hosting Knox in a big non-conference matchup for them. So we'll take call it a night, and thanks again for tuning in. This has been RTC TV4's coverage of Tippecanoe Valley Lady Vikings basketball. Good night, everybody.